we started in Nairobi, where we had a premiere and a cinema run, and now we're going to different places. Kisumu is our first stop, but I think we're going to be like in Nakuru. We've been to Mombasa and that kind of thing. So we are kind of like touring with these films, trying to show them to as many people as possible, trying to get people to come out and watch them, because we're I guess trying to showcase the work of some really talented artists, but also we're trying to grow audiences across the country for the work that we've made and the work that we're going to make.
One of the things we're very keen on is a lot of Kenyans and myself, we ask ourselves, okay, so mnafanyanga films, movies, tutaziwatch wapi?
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes it's upon us as filmmakers to actually show you what we've done, mahali mnaweza zipata. So we're trying to see if we can go around the nation, just showing people, okay, ndio kazi ambayo tunafanya. These are 5 films that mnaweza watch, and of course the first round we're doing it for free. But the next one, tutalipisha. Kwa sababu even these films take a lot of, they take a lot of resources to make. And so one of the things that we're very keen on is to make our films very available to our audiences, to the local mwananchi. Nataka watu waje wa watch. Like, we just want people to come and experience what it is to have like Kenyan films made by Kenyan filmmakers or East African filmmakers. As opposed to just watching Hollywood films or Nigerian films or Indian films. Pia sisi tuna zetu. And so it's good for us to be able to readily avail the kind of work that we have done to our local mwananchi.
They always say that charity begins from home. So I'm happy that you guys are now in Kisumu.
Thank you.
Yes. So, okay, you said that you guys were in, you done this in Nairobi, Nakuru. So how was it there?
I mean, I think we had a premiere in Nairobi. It was open to a full house. And then for, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks, we were in cinema, so people would go buy a ticket, go in and watch, and kind of like give us feedback and comments. And I think the turnout was really nice. And that's I guess that's one of the challenges we have when we're trying to show our stuff to people, is that there are not that many places that would take Kenyan-made content. Like it's made in Kenya, so prioritizing that doesn't normally happen. But I think we've had like a good reception so far, and we're looking to explore new spaces, because there are not that many cinemas. And there are not that many places where you can kind of like screen audiovisual stuff. So for us, this is kind of like, we're introducing this to audiences. We want them to come and watch and then expect us to come back, because we'll also tell our friends, this is what happened when we went there, this is how we did it, so that we can have like a bit more consistency when it comes to like showing films to audiences.
Okay, so I saw at the poster, it's Beneath the Tides.
Beneath the Tides.
Yes.
Beneath the Tides is an anthology of shorts. And what that means is it's a series of, I think it's 5
short films.
5 short films.
Oh, I thought there were 6, so there are 5. Okay.
We're going to showcase 6 films, but initially there were 5 with...
the additional one was the one I worked on, called Act of Love. We had tulikuwa tume premiere before. Like we had started showcasing ours, and then they came up with the idea of doing now Beneath the Tides and having 5 films they showcase at one point in the cinema. But then again, we looked at it and we were like, okay, that's a good idea. Can you have us on board as well? And that's how know your friends.
Yes, exactly.
They will help you.
But generally now, we're showcasing these 6 films. Each one of them is like 20 to 30 minutes long. They're covering different themes. Themes that we hope are going to be very relatable, right? Because, like I said, they're made by Kenyans, East Africans, and it's like about everyday life. So it's there's relationship dynamics between fathers and their sons, like parents and daughters, raising children, just like basically slice of life, right? Which we're hoping somebody can latch onto something and say, I'm relating to this because this is my whatever. But it's just generally like a social commentary.
Okay. So let's talk about, we have seen here, there's Baba, is it? Stero. Then there's Mawimbi, there is Inheritance, Ziwa, and Act of Love. So let us just talk about Baba. Tell us something about it and the motivation behind it, yeah?
So Baba is written and directed by Bithi Masya. He's a Kenyan director, writer, who made a film a few years ago called Katikati. That was like the official selection of that particular year for the Oscars. I think that was 2017. Around 2017. So I'm a big fan of his work. So I said, I want to work with you on a project, and we made Baba. So basically, Baba is a story about this young boy who has a special ability. He can teleport. And basically the short is about like a life in his, a day in his life while he's trying to navigate his challenges. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Mana kaka wantiere kai ndiye wan kai kachiel gi wendwa makawuono no semol kai ndiye kachiel gin jogo eko madil gi weche mag tuke ma opogore kata kiero tinyalo wacho ni films. Koro kachiel gidhi mbele kendo gidhi ka ginyisowa ni gin to gilonye weche machalo nade. To akeni nitie jogo eko mabende osedonjo. Let me just read the comments. Okay. Yeah, just allow me to read the comments. I have people here who are following the program. I have people here, they are following the program. So I can see James. There is Steve James. Steve James anasema following Mosna Welo. Like, he's greeting you guys. Okay. Mosna Welo.
So how am I supposed to respond? Mosna Welo.
Wakao. Okay, I have there at Onagi TV is also inviting followers here. I have Nyariro Dixon Jr. I'm in Gotea Wageni. Umegoteka. Umepokea salamu, sindio? Umegoteka. Okay, I have a few comments coming in as well. Let us just follow. But tutakuwa tunazisoma tu pole as we go on with the interview. So, we've talked about Baba. Let's talk about Stero.
We can talk about Act of Love first, right?
Act of Love first. Okay,
yes.
Let's go. Okay.
Because you're here and
Act of Love. Act of Love was it's a story based on sort of like borrowed heavily from a real life story of a mother who's gone through postpartum depression, lost her job post-COVID, or COVID times. Then time when COVID inaisha kabisa, trying to get a new job, but sasa ako pregnant and she has a baby now. Navigating that world of job hunting bila anani mtu akumsaidia nini ako depressed. The act of love in that film is that the mother resorts in trying to kill the baby, because basically that's what mothers feel like doing when the baby is all crying and non-stop, and they can't stop crying, and you don't know what to do, don't know whether they have colic, is it they're just crying because they just want to be fussy, is it hot, but they can't stop crying. So in the entire film we see the baby crying, just crying, and the mom getting so tired. She doesn't even break down at first. Towards the end of the movie is when you see her now really breaking down completely, because she actually goes for an interview that is very promising.
Are you telling them the entire plot?
Gosh, I really am.
Actually,
I'm a storyteller. I really am.
Personally, I'm a mother, and I understand what you're talking about. You know, most our mothers go through a lot. Yeah. Especially during postpartum depression.
Postpartum.
We go through a lot. So I think that was a good thing to venture into, because inashika sana wanawake wengi sana, you know.
You know, one of the ladies, when she came to the premiere to watch, she's her kids are all grown. The mother to our director, his name is Eric Mwangi, said this is what I experienced more than 20 years ago. At least someone has put it into words. That comment for me was very significant because then our mothers went through all of that, but they didn't have someone to speak it out for them. So what that film does, it gives moms a voice and helps men see. It's not a feminine film. It's not a feminine film, but it helps men to see what we mean when we say someone they have postpartum depression,
exactly,
or when it becomes, because they don't understand. Then you're the mother to this child. Why are you feeling so bad about the baby crying? So just take care of the baby, or how the society has normalized if the baby is crying, we chunga mtoto wako, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so there's something for everyone actually. I think there's a slice of again, very local stories inspired by everyday life. So if you're a mother, then you'll definitely find something there to look at.
Yes. Kendo wamedo mana paro ni ka in miyo no ero mabende osekonyore kanyo, kata ka in miyo no ero mantie kokonyore, kendo ok wawe chien, atujakuacha nyuma. Yes, ndio atujawacha nyuma, wale wanawake ambao wamejifungua and you feel like you're going through a lot in during postmortem maybe that's postmortem depression, postpartum, yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, postpartum depression. So, you know, like you guys, you have like everything that somebody can feel like watching and follow, because these are things that like zinafanyika, unaona. Yeah, so it's like real life stories that are going on every day. Like it touches like you can feel like you want to follow this, and you can go there and watch what at least can make you feel like this is something that I've gone through, and you can learn from it.
Yeah.
Yes. What the you machine? What the machine? Kasto kama dua kutoa hapo dhimbele, wapo dhimbele gitwak maka uno niende.
Eneno chuny Onagi TV. Chuny Onagi TV. Adundo Jaluo. Eneno chuny Onagi TV. Chuny Onagi TV. Adundo Jaluo.
Do you have a special event?
Ya koromoga juang ma NC Kenya kamora mora ma intie wakwai mondo mi med neno chuny Onagi TV nikech ma